Hello and a very warm welcome to the 2016 edition of the EANTC multi-vendor interoperability event here at the MPLS SDN and NFV World Congress in Paris. This is still one of the biggest industry gatherings in Europe when it comes to packet transport technologies, and as such we're committed to continuing our successful series of multi-vendor interoperability events, now running well past the 10th edition. What we've been focusing this year has been three pillars. The first one being MPLS and Ethernet transport, the second one being SDN, and the third one being clock synchronization. Now, of course, one could ask, why do we still bother about MPLS and Ethernet transport? This is a mature protocol. But lately there have been a lot of innovations, and we focus specifically on EVPNs and on fast reroute loop-free alternates, both new solutions for established problems, established issues that have been bothering the MPLS world for a long time. In the SDN area, we were able to focus on three different types of protocols: on netconf and YANG for device configuration, VPN provisioning and service monitoring; on path computation element for advanced flow setups, both initiated by controllers and by clients; and finally on OpenFlow for a specific configuration for one application use case. Across all of this packet transport network infrastructure, vendors participated in advanced clock synchronization test cases, focusing specifically phase synchronization, focusing advanced holdover scenarios, where we tested what would happen if the grandmaster actually is unavailable and the client has to continue operating without a clock source being available temporarily. And also on other advanced scenarios such as path asymmetry, where maybe the uplink has a much different latency from the downlink. In the clock synchronization tests, 6 vendors participated very successfully in these advanced scenarios, and we can confirm that IEEE 1588 solutions of these participating vendors are ready for deployment in TDD LTE networks.
Now let's look at the results of this year. Moving on to EVPN. The encapsulation interoperability is still focus of this year. We had 3 sets of results on the MPLS, VXLAN, and PBB. 8 vendors participated into the tests. Most of the vendors participated successfully in each set of tests. The results were good. This allowed us to move in one step further. On individual tests, we tested both single homing, multi-homing, using unicast and multicast test traffic. All of the tests showed a great interoperability. As you know, when using EVPN to connect to data centers, not only the data can be transported over EVPN, but also the signaling can be transported over EVPN. We verified both MAC mobility and ARP suppression and added intelligence into the EVPN and into the network. In the SDN tests, we really wanted to expand the possibilities of the showcase. We put our focus on netconf YANG and also path computation network elements. Moving on to netconf and YANG, 5 vendors participated into the tests. The advantage of using netconf and YANG is that you can have a single controller to manage a multi-vendor management environment. Since we had many YANG modules this year, we verified 3 key features of the devices: the device configuration, the layer 3 VPN service provisioning, the layer 2 VPN service monitoring, including the loss measurement, delay, and delay variation measurement. Looking at the path computation network elements, it is very important to use the computation power of the controller to calculate the path, to find the optimum path. In this year, we not only tested the path initiation from the controller, but also from the routers. This was a new feature that we added into this year.
Already 3 years ago, when SDN technologies came up for the first time, we heard some voices here at the Congress in Paris claiming that the technology would be ready for deployment very soon. Of course, they were wrong, but now, finally in 2016, I think the integration of SDN and MPLS has advanced sufficiently so that we can really understand what will be the evolution path from MPLS to SDN, and also, maybe more importantly, what will be the integration path of MPLS and SDN. it's no longer an either-or question. It's no longer a question of whether one designs their network for MPLS or for SDN. It's actually possible now, as we've seen in our test, to run a hybrid managed network where some of the flows are actually established in a traditional way using MPLS control signaling protocols, and others are established in a newer way of using SDN controllers and orchestrators. Now, of course, we'll continue our series of tests. We'll be here next year in Paris again, so we look forward to seeing you. And I hope that we'll be able to show end-to-end service orchestration from the end-to-end perspective, including many vendors, controllers, and switches and routers. And I hope that we'll also be able to show some 5G readiness in terms of scale, in terms of manageability, in terms of resiliency. Thank you very much for your attention.